On April 6th of 2015, I took the law into my own hands at the apartment building, 11101 Palms Boulevard. And while I made sure that no one was harmed in any way, and I'm glad to say that
it was a success.
no one was harmed, and to my surprise, there was no property damage whatsoever. So, for that, well, I'm grateful. But
Due to evil scumbags,
there was
no success
at all as far as the reality of why
I took the law into my own hands.
And this was to absolutely achieve a rescue mission that would indeed, get this, ready, change the world, and for the better.
For real.
It's still a very, very good possibility, and it is a probability. I'm just going to say it absolutely will be done. And I say that with confidence, although I'm still wearing the label that says I'm crazy. That, well,
It's really fucking bullshit.
I'm going to skip a lot of the details of the amazing
Arresting LAPD cop.
getting there pretty good. I mean, I got to pass out in right away, which was very nice.
Maybe I should rephrase that.
Actually sounded like utter sarcasm, and would have been, so I'm going to try to tame myself now and try to leave the sarcasm out. So I'm just going to say something about getting a nice escort, like limo ride to Fulton South at Station 77, because it was very to actually be resting instead of, this is not sarcasm, this is just a very interesting words that I'm improvising, is I was resting instead of being arrested, because I wasn't actually arrested. The officer never said, "You're under arrest." He never read me my rights, and it was seriously like maybe too cool. I don't know, but I really am just so naive to only realize all of this truth.
The entire conversation, I definitely remember
very, very well, word for word, and everything that happened during this
really magical
morning. So, this is all very true and very real, what you're listening to. So, while I'm going to skip the conversations, or the conversation that him and I had, oh my God, we'll call it an exchange of words. It's all just intriguing. The whole thing, I get sidetracked just where I want to talk about that right now, but I need to skip over that. And I just want to move right into the verdict. 8 months after my spending 8 months in the Twin Towers, is that I was found not guilty, yea, by reason of insanity, and I spent the next 5.5 years in Patton State Mental Hospital. And I did a lot of thinking, of course, but what was astonishing is that just recently I did a little bit more deep thinking unintentionally.
I came to realize that
it was never proven that I was insane at the time or at the scene of the crime. Okay, let me
repeat that. I came to realize that it was never proven
that I was insane at that time and or at the scene of that crime. So, feel that it's very, extremely important that that be done now, because, well, still believe wholeheartedly and quite great reason that I and who I believe was in what was going on in that apartment is indeed 100% still actively the same, and people are making it way too difficult even today.
Or at least fucking healed.
Well, I'm feeling today Ready for this? As long as no one knows about it.
To me, is famous for them is as long as no one knows about it. Smart asses. Interesting is that during my 8 months to be down, I
Knew and admitted to myself over and over again that I was actually guilty. I took the law into my own hands and I'm guilty of a crime where I had Molotov cocktails. I was calling it Easter eggs because it was during Easter, and I knew that I was guilty, and that even though it was really really tormenting being there, and I did a lot of inventory, and it was beautiful. I was able to do the classic thing and pray to Jesus Christ and do all of my inner inventory and know that I had to make sure that that I learned from this experience and that I would never ever do anything to ever go back to jail again. And so,
Knowing that I was guilty,
I didn't want to go to prison. I was hoping to go to the hospital, so that's a little bit confusing. Yet, I knew I was guilty. The only thing is that the charge was attempted arson, and that's not what I was guilty of. It wasn't attempted arson, not at all. It was just me holding. I deliberately tossed very lightly one of my little Easter eggs. I mean, just a foot away from myself. Just it had only hit the ground, and in the ground of the balcony, the size of a small candle. There was no fire, and I knew there wouldn't be a fire. That's what I was making sure of.
I was making sure that there would not be a fire.
I was guilty of a violent action because I was truly trying to get a rescue mission knowing that there was more still there, and I know they are. And there wasn't a so that's the charge, attempted arson, and I found out guilty of every single thing. Only thing is that this is what the lawsuit how do you figure out how could I have been how did I be overlooked? I'm not guilty of it. Where there's a reason saying that I really okay, we'll get into the politics of that, whatever. But the real interesting part of all of this is that it needs to be proven that anybody hears and understands that I know that victims are in there, the witnesses, and I know they barricaded themselves in, and I know how they are surviving, and it is amazing, it is incredible, and it is true. And so that is, I'm finally repeating it now, and it needs to be proven then that I was insane because I held a lawsuit, okay? And it needs to be proven now while you're repeating that. It's like, I'm going to say those words in just silence for just a minute to say, well, fuck, I'm out to puzzles, still get that rescue mission going, and I'm not looking crazy, and that's some fucking seriously smart and good cops becoming to the picture.
Instead of all this fucking obstruction of justice. Get it? Got it? Good.